at the Pentagon, just near the Pentagon Memorial over there. This is where the plane made impact on 9/11. American Airlines Flight 77. United Airlines Flight, this is where American Airlines Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon. Actually, no, 11, sorry. Okay, so it was United Airlines Flight 175, American Airlines Flight 11 that hit the World Trade Center. Yes, I was correct. American Airlines Flight 77 hit the Pentagon, American Airlines Flight 11 hit the North Tower, United Airlines Flight 175 hit the South Tower, and United Airlines Flight 93 crashed in Shanksville during a struggle between passengers and hijackers. This is the south side of the Pentagon. This is the site that was impacted by United Airlines Flight 77, which was a Boeing 757. They also did find engine parts. So there was some rumors going around that it was a missile that hit the Pentagon, but it was actually a plane. There was actually engine that was found. So the fuselage, the Pentagon is a reinforced concrete building. It's not a, so basically there was very little damage. Like, you would think that, there will be a huge gaping hole in the side of the building. The thing is, the building is made from like super reinforced concrete. This building was meant to withstand bombs from Nazi Germany, because this building was built in World War II. So a plane, which is essentially aluminum, flying at 700 miles an hour, would do very little damage to a reinforced building, actually. So the plane basically disintegrated on impact, which is why the structural damage to the building was very limited, despite the speed of the plane. In fact, the entire plane was basically in many little pieces, just a few feet inside the building. And the wings basically made little slices into the building. The reason there wasn't a gaping hole is because the plane basically just disintegrated on impact. And part of the wings did actually rip off and ended up in the parking lot where I'm standing right now. If anyone was where I am right now, if they weren't hit by the engine, they probably would have been hit by shrapnel, flying debris, or if they weren't, they would probably be knocked down by the shockwave, by the explosion of the impacting plane. The Pentagon is only a few hundred feet in front of me, a few hundred meters. This area was rebuilt. In fact, almost everything looks the same. What they did was they made it sure to make everything look exactly the same, as if nothing ever happened. That's why they put up the memorial. And yes, people did die in the building. It's not like, there was no damage in the building. There was damage in the building. In fact, this side collapsed. You see right over there, if you zoom in very carefully, this side is different. You see this big panel? See how, the uniformity changes? That's because that's the section that was damaged by the plane. Right here. That section right here. This entire section right here, from here all the way from here, was redone after the plane impacted. This entire section was redone. This is the side where the plane impacted. The plane impacted flying almost due south, and it crashed right basically there, right in the middle of the south area. It just happened to be that thankfully there was no important Department of Defense stuff there. That was actually on the other sides. But still, a lot of people did die, and both on the plane and on the ground. It's very tragic. You know, 9/11 was mostly remembered for what happened in New York, but because of the human loss and, you know, the iconic video of the towers coming down. But, you know, a plane crashing into the world's basically the world's strongest military headquarters, that is something you will never quite forget either. I mean, even if, say none of the planes hit the World Trade Center, say it was only the Pentagon that was hit, 9/11 would probably still been a very big deal because, you know, the heart of the U.S. military, which is a global superpower, was hit. Like, it's not like some outpost was hit. I mean, the headquarters of the Department of Defense was hit. That is just unfathomable. You know, I'm surprised they didn't just use surface-air missiles to shoot down the plane. You know, why doesn't the Pentagon have air defense and weapon systems? I mean, to prevent another 9/11, I mean, I would put SAMs on the roof. I mean, if there's a plane screaming at the Pentagon with hostile intentions, or even the White House or the Capitol building, I would want, you know, the roofs to be armed with surface-air missiles with anti-aircraft guns. And I'm not talking about, oh, there's a fighter jet that's trying to bomb DC, but a hijacked passenger jet, you know, that's basically a missile. That's basically an enemy plane coming in. You want to take it out before it causes any human casualties. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye.